Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Mark here on the Golf Jedi YouTube channel. Just doing a video today regarding best lens for vlogging on the Canon M50. So what I did today, I took out 5 different lenses just on a kind of a walk, and I tested them in terms of which is best suited for doing kind of, I suppose, run and gun vlogging. So I had 5 lenses, as I said. So the first lens that I started with was the Canon 10 to 18mm EFS lens, which obviously isn't a native mount to the Canon M50, so I used this with the adapter. So this was the first lens I used, which will be sample videos will be after this quick intro. So the second lens then I switched over to was the Canon EFM lens, 11 to 22mm. Which is a dedicated lens for the Canon M50 or the M range, I should say. So that was the second lens that we will show you the video after this intro. Third lens then I moved over to was the actual lens I'm shooting on at the moment, which was the Sigma 16mm 1.4. One thing I will say, just in terms of a little bit of a rookie mistake I made when doing the test videos, and I'm not going to change it now, but I didn't bring filters for all of the lens, so there might be some discrepancies in terms of white balance, exposure and stuff like that, and I'm just going to put up the out of the camera images or videos on the follow-up to this on this video. I'm not going to do any post editing or like that, so just to give you kind of a heads up on that, there might be some discrepancies there in terms of the balances of the different videos coming out of the different lens. The next lens that I used for the test was the kit lens actually that comes with the M50. So it was the 15 to 45mm. Again, it's an M mount specific lens, and then the final one, which is a bit of a left field one, I guess, a lens I picked up recently, which is the 7.5mm Artisan lens, which is a manual focus lens. But again, interesting to see what you guys think of that, and that is the last lens I use on the test images or the test videos that I have coming after this quick intro. So 5 lenses, I took them out just on a quick walk, and I just gave it a bit of a vlog test just to see which lens worked best for vlogging on a Canon M50. So it might help some of you guys who maybe just recently bought the Canon M50 and thinking about investing in new lenses, and just I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on how the videos come out across the different lenses that I've tested. So without further ado, I'll let you guys look at the test video from these lenses, and I'd be interested to hear any of your comments or feedback if there's any particular one that you use or any particular one you're thinking of picking up. Happy to answer any questions or hear any observations that you have down in the comments below. So thanks again for popping along to the channel, and here we go with the test footage. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just doing a quick video today about some of the lens options for the Canon M50 for vlogging. So I've got 3 lenses with me. I'm currently using the 10 to 18mm lens, which is an EFS lens, so I'm using the adapter to make it work on the M50, and it's currently set at 10mm, and I'm recording in 1080p, I think. Yes, I am. So I'm going to leave it all 1080p, and I've turned off IS, so image stabilization, but I will activate that for some of the lenses that are that don't have lens stabilization. So this one does. So I just wanted to do a comparison actually myself, just to see which actually is better for vlogging. And from what I can see on this lens so far, this seems pretty decent. It's a nice wide picture and getting a lot of my surroundings in. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this from what I can see, at least on my screen. So I'll be interested to see how this translates when I look at it on the actual video. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to switch the lens over to now the Sigma lens, which is a 16mm fixed focal, and that's a 1.4 lens. So I'm going to switch that over and see the difference. So I'll be back with you guys now in a sec. Right guys, so we're back now. I've switched the lens to the 16mm Sigma lens, so you should see a significant amount of difference, I would suspect, on this lens. This for me is my favorite lens that I have, because it gives you some nice background separation, and image quality I think is actually really superior as well. But for vlogging it might be slightly not wide enough maybe. If it was like maybe a 14 or a 12 mil and still 1.4, I think that would be like the perfect lens for vlogging. But let me know what you think. So this is the Sigma 16 mil on my Canon M50, and it's on 1080p at the moment as well. So really nice image, I think. I like the way it gives the background separation. So the only thing is it's a little bit, maybe it's just too close. But again, I'm not holding this lens or the camera far away from me. It's like just at bent arm's length. So actually, do you know what? Now that I look at it more, it actually probably is. Now I need my white balances off here, so forgive the balancing. I'm just trying to get out and get this test done before it rains, so I'm not going to fiddle about too much. But yeah, I think the image quality is really good on this. So that's the Sigma 16mm 1.4 lens for the Canon M50. I'm now going to swap over to the Canon EFM lens, which is the 11 to 22mm, and I'm going to set that at 11mm and see what the quality of that video is like. So I'll be back with you now, guys, in a second. Right, guys, so we're back now. So I've switched my lens again, so we've now moved on to the Canon 11 to 22mm EFM lens. So it's set now at its widest point, so it's at 11mm. Have I got the digital stab activated on this? Actually built into the lens image stabilization. I don't have to turn it on. So yeah, so again, this is plenty wide, I think, as you can see from the image. But the only thing about this is, I suppose, if you're looking for that degree of separation with your background, you're not going to get it, because I'm currently shooting at f4.0, so you're not going to get a tremendous or any amount of really background separation. But I think, to be honest, because it's so light and because of the profile of just the setup, like it's really, I'm just holding this like this. It's a wide lens, I'm getting a lot of background in, image is decent, and you know, I'm happy with that. Actually, I think this would be my go-to lens, just because of how light it is. And yeah, so far for me, in terms of usability and convenience, this is the right lens. But in terms of getting maybe better image quality and getting a nicer background separation, this Sigma is probably, well, it's not probably, it is superior. But so far this for me is the best option if you're kind of doing a run and gun, or you want videos where all of your background is in shot and it's clear to your audience to see. So yeah, it's a very good option for that type of thing. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to switch over now to actually the kit lens. I'm going to try the kit lens, which is a 15 to 45mm Canon lens. So let's switch over to that. Right, guys, so we just switched over to the kit lens actually. So this is the lens that comes with the Canon M50. It's the 15 to 45mm EFM lens. And again, I have to say, for convenience and usability, this actually might be probably my top two. It seems to be wide enough from what I can see. Image stabilization, it's wide enough, but it also gives you that extra zoom if you need to zoom in. So for example, if I wanted to zoom into that box there, I can do that to 45mm and I can come back. So yeah, this actually might be, it's not maybe the sharpest of lens, or you might get the super image quality in terms of background separation and stuff like that, but just in terms of usability and user friendliness, when you just want to get out and show your background and not be worrying about autofocus, image stabilization, I actually think this is a really good lens. So for people just starting out with the Canon M50, if you get this kit lens with it, I would suggest stick with this for a while till you get familiar with the actual camera and what you're doing. And maybe if you're creating a YouTube channel, this would be more than enough, I would suggest. So yeah, this is probably coming in at number 2 for me. Might even be number 1 when I review the footage. But let's switch this over now to my final lens, which is a manual lens. It's the Artisan's 7.5mm, and let's see what you think of that once we switch the lens over. So give me 1 second, guys. Right, guys, so my final lens test, I've switched over to the Artisan's
7.5mm 2.8 fisheye lens. The interesting thing about this one is that it's a manual lens. It's really, like, I'm only holding it here. My arm isn't extended. Really wide. My only concern with this would be, what's the image stabilization like? Is it really jerky, or is it passable? I've set the focus to infinity, so I don't have to worry about autofocus or face detection. Everything in my shot should be in focus and be very clear. So if I can get this to work consistently without getting some major curvature and image jumping, this would be a perfect lens. Like, it's really good for 2 camera vlogging or 2 camera pieces when you're in your office or you're in your studio and you want to do something really wide. Even if you wanted to do 4K, I'm currently at 1080p, but I really like this. This lens is really good for photography actually as well. But I'm just seeing if I can make it work for video. So be interested to see the results once I get back to my house and start putting this video together, seeing which lens is actually coming out the best. But having said that, I'd be interested to hear your opinion, guys, in terms of which lens is coming out better for you guys, which do you think is better for vlogging, which has the better image quality. I think we all know that it'll probably be the Sigma because of the quality of the glass, but in terms of vlogging, day-to-day stuff, just putting it in your bag and away you go, which lens would you recommend or would you be interested in using? So be interested to hear your comments down below. If you found any part of this video useful for you guys, if you're like M50 users and stuff like that, please do consider giving it a like and even subscribing to the channel if you want. And as I said, I'll be doing more videos in the upcoming days and weeks. And the only good thing about, I suppose, doing tests like this for vlogging when we're in level 5 lockdown is that there's not too many people out in the street, so you're not getting as many weird looks from people when you're doing vlogs. It's kind of it's like a zombie movie out here at the moment, so you can vlog in a bit of peace. But look, that's enough rambling from me. Let me know which lens worked best for you guys, and yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments below. So till the next video, take care guys, all the best.